Okay, we're back. Okay, that's one decent clear sign. And let's just deal with Artic and his nuisance. Nope, he's gone. When farming Mephisto in Hell difficulty, or even a Nightmare, especially if you're playing a sorceress that doesn't have very good gear, or even if you are a sorceress has really good gear, however, you don't have Conviction, which is one of the best rune words in the actual game. This is usually one of the most perfect spots, because what you do is you would teleport up to there, and then you would lower Mephisto down, and as long as he doesn't go past this moat and you're within a certain distance right around here, he can't hit you with his Frozen Orb or really any of his spells. So if you're playing something like a Meteor Sorceress or a Blizzard Sorceress, you can continue to farm him. And usually if you get really good at it, you can actually avoid Bartok and the other High Council member that's here. Sometimes there's some fodder that might actually spawn within these bottom corners down here, so be very careful about that. Okay. What? That is a hell of a start. An all resist charm. Now, the 2 to fire damage is a little eh. Usually charms like this, which tends to make them higher, more for higher runes than anything else, because Grand Charm usually will take up more rooms, so you might get at least one high rune. People go for smaller charms because you can actually get more room out of them. But even if you got something like, say, a 40 to life, 12 resist, I want to see like 15 is the highest you can go on a Grand Charm. I could be completely wrong with that. But even something like this would still fit you play like a mid-high rune at most. That's still actually really nice to have, which means I can get rid of this goddamn thing. It allows me to get a better shield. So that's actually really cool we just got that. And there ain't a goddamn thing in here, but I will take this because 45 defense with a 40% block rate, I mean, you're not going to get a bone shield much better than that. So that can go. Since we're still getting hit by enemy attacks, so still want to be careful in that part. But let's go fight Mephisto. Doesn't matter which difficulty it is, make sure you always have some sort of 10 portal open. You don't want to make that mistake of getting over cocky with, fighting either one of the bosses and like, yeah, I'm on a roll, they're not gonna be able to stop me. And it's always that one RNG chance where the boss just smacks you and you die. So we got Caithn's. Decent start. team still held up. I knew poison were going to be one of the bigger things that would pretty much just annihilate our team. So we've gotten Cathans, we've gotten Clay-Claws, and we've gotten Angelics. So not some of the best. Angelics is going to be more set around Assassin than anything else. It can be uniquely used with any other character as long as you get the parts. The weapon is going to be your most useless part about it at all. The rings and the amulets and the armor is something you really want to combine those four together because they'll give you like the one skill. It gives you a certain amount of resistances. Cathan is a bit more better used for fire users, so like a pyro, holy fire paladin, pure fire sorceress, pure fire druid, even something like a fire trap assassin. Not really so much for fire Amazon, because the staff is what gives you that ability to actually one to fire skills. Cathan's set is still decent enough that you can still get away with it up in some of the higher difficulties. But I wouldn't be something I would actually rely on too heavy, because eventually you will find better stuff. That's why you always check this one. Usually the top chest up here when fighting Mephisto or you're farming Mephisto, especially in hell difficulties, yields the greater chance of actually getting high ruins. Not sure if they changed that in Diablo 2 Resurrected or not, but and usually on this weapon rack here, you have a pretty good chance of getting Haas. Not the world's greatest chance, but it's still a high enough chance where you're going to get it than anywhere else. Is the portal smaller? It is. It's actually shorter. I think. No, maybe not. I don't know. Old school graphics kind of really changed the look of how new ones are made. Yeah, it's about the same height. Huh. Looked like it was shorter. The Pandemonium Vultures.
Hail to you, champion.
What do you got here? Garbage. Yeah. I don't have a 60 strength anyways. Cold and 20 extra mana. A goddamn cold Grand Charm. Are you kidding me? That is hilarious. On hell difficulty, this is actually, I want to say, at least the highest place I've ever seen it. That would actually have armors and they're like the 1500 defense. Extremely rare to ever see an armor ever exist in any mercenary shop in hell difficulty, but it actually does happen. I've seen it more with this character than any other character in the game. He's held like 1400 something defense armor, stuff like that too. But of course, those are the type of armors that you should take between like 160 to 220 strength to even wear the damn things. Prevent monster heal would be really nice on Diablo. But if you have something like open wounds, then it's not really gonna matter. 1988? So that would even it out to what? Slightly faster between a slow attack speed and normal attack speed. It's still better than what he's got. Even with that additional poison.
I'll put that to good
Yeah,
use.
like 50 extra more damage.
Good day.
Oh yeah, and I had getting blood rise too. And then I have this. Which I'm still randomly saving for it, I don't know why. So what are my resistances? Overall actually pretty good.
Time has this proved as
Yeah. Mr. Iswell. I believe like 9 minutes left. This will be video 12, so. Ah, these goddamn things, are you kidding me? Some of the worst enemies in the game you could have. And if you get really lucky enough, you get the ones that glitch on you. I think once we reach the River of Flame waypoint, I will actually reset my character. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much just zap out of all dexterity. There's been literally no point because if I'm going to stay far back enough, it's only made for enemies that are actually going to run up on my character. But if I have enough minions around, I shouldn't really have to worry about it too much. We're going to focus on energy and vitality and strength. So that's where all the dexterity points will actually go to. Now normally I don't really bother with this because being a Artic Blast Druid, you're not really going to use too much mana. But it's still going to help out a lot if I can just continuously spam Artic Blast to slow down enemies. And when it comes to these ones will just stay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to reset Ravens and Poison Creeper, just take them out. I mean, you're going to have to put the 1 point in there anyways, but that's 9 additional extra points where I can just focus on using my wolves, since those are going to be my more mandatory ones. Ravens are nice, but they're only going to last for so long as it is. 16 hits per Raven, you know. Was that 32, what, like 64? 16, 32, 64, what, 76 hits altogether, if my math is correct. So you're not really going to get that much as it is in this. And Poison Vine is not going to do shit in Chaos Sanctuary anyway, so just getting rid of those 2 extra points, or getting rid of those 2 extra characters is going to be more nice, since usually when building a full-on summon druid, you're only putting 1 point in each of these anyways, and then they'll gain levels from the rest of your gear. So if I keep my wolves alive a lot longer, you know, the better the chance of actually getting through the game. For now, I'll just keep them because of the numbers. Actually, the thing is, too, is we'll be getting our bear soon, too. We're only like 4 levels away. So that'll be really nice. We got the bear and the wolves. I mean, we'll be pretty much good, so. Oh, our first orc room. That's really cool. I've already done the gold challenge run, so I'm not really worried about that. What I'll probably do is we'll get this video in here. Halberd. If we do not get to Iswal in time, which I'm pretty sure we will not have time for anyways, I'll probably do is just make this as an intro for Act 4, and then I will pretty much just grind all the way up to River of Chaos to its waypoints, and then, you know, reset my characters like that. And then of course I'll do a separate video which just be fighting Diablo itself. So. Ooh, and a bone helm? Bro. I mean, the game really wants to be generous and give me a 3-socketed ethereal halberd. I'll take that. Combat shred. Souls, as usual. That's not our boy Blue. Who are we looking for? A Jared stone, but it's the upper version of it. I can't remember. 2 sockets I can still work with. And that together is 3. Alright, we got a minute left, so we're gonna end it here. Like I said, I'll take out Iswal and the rest of Act 4 off screen, so it allows me to listen to music while I'm grinding and stuff like that too. But either way, stay safe, healthy, sanitized, make sure to drop a like, subscribe in the comments below, make sure you share my videos, and check out the rest of my Diablo 2 videos. And See you guys in the next one.